Hi. Well, I'm happy to report that this evening's walk is quite a bit better than yesterday evening's. I felt like I'd been plopped down in someone else's life and I didn't even know how to put one foot in front of the other. As a matter of fact, I tripped. I fell off of the edge. I caught myself. I didn't fall, but I was that tired. Do you have a YouTube channel? I started mine a couple of months ago, and it's hard to get off the ground, find people that are interested in what you're talking about. But I found it very therapeutic. It's kind of like keeping a journal. Write the stuff down, leave it in a book. Nobody reads it, and the videos are kind of the same. You say what you have to say, and then if nobody watches, that's fine too. It's just nice to be able to chat about whatever's on your mind. Just a thought. I'm going to go see the grandkids next week, and I'm saving my bird feathers because they like feathers. I'm saving, they're all different colors for them to look at. They are 3 and almost 5. And it makes me remember back when my kids were little. And in 1991 or 2, I went to work in a grocery store in the deli. And it was just 2 or 3 hours in the evening to get out of the house and, have some adult conversations. And I enjoyed it. The deli work was kind of hard work as far as, the slicers and the sanitary and all that kind of thing. But it was good. And came a time when there was some theft going on. And I didn't know about it until I got a call at home one day during the day. And they said, we need you to come up to the store and tell us about anything that you've seen going on. And I said, well, I haven't seen anything going on. Just a few employees walking around with receipts for sandwiches and drinks and chips and so on that they'd purchased. But I haven't seen anything. And I really hadn't. And they said, well, you're going to need to come up to the store. There's some auditors here and they're interviewing everybody. So I said, well, I can't come during the day. I've got my 2 kids. And they said, well, that's fine. Just come up here. We're going to go in a back storeroom and it'll be fine. So I said, okay. My kids were 2 and 4 and good kids, but I mean, kids are kids, right? So we go in this back storeroom and we're sitting on these plastic milk crates. And the guy, I'll call him the suit, I don't know what his name was sitting across from me on a milk crate. And in the middle was a milk crate with this recorder that had this red flashing light on it. So he's asking me different questions and I'm answering him. My kids start running back and forth. You can hear them, the shoes and so on the floor. It's winter time. They've got their jackets on. You can hear the sleeves. And I'm like, stop it, quit, just not making the noise, just mouthing, knock it off. And they're giggling. They sit down for a minute and then they get up and they start doing it all over again. And so I said, if you don't sit down and be quiet, I'm going to slap your bottom. And the auditor, right after that, said, just to clarify this, I was not being threatened with bodily harm by Evie. She was speaking to her young children. I'm trying not to laugh because obviously I thought that the kids could be heard, and that's why I was trying to get them to sit down. So we carry on. He's asking more questions, and I just want to leave. I want to leave. The guy doesn't smile. He's not friendly. It's not enjoyable at all. And my daughter, the younger one at 2, comes up and whispers in my ear. She cups her hands. She's like, I gotta go poop. And I'm like, just a minute. You know, I'm not saying anything out loud. I'm like, just a minute, just a minute. Thinking this guy is going to say, okay, I'm finished. You're free to leave. He didn't. He kept on with his questions. And my daughter looks at him. She looks at me and she starts looking at this recorder. And she pushes her coat back with her arms like this. She cups her hands right into this recorder and she says really loud, I have to poop now. The guy again does not crack a smile, chuckle, nothing. He says, we can pause this for you to take care of that. Something along those lines. I'm like, oh my goodness. I don't know how he could keep such a straight face. Anyway, we finally got out of there and we went home. And I've always wondered what the people thought that played that story, that interview, interrogation, whatever you want to call it, back. And this kid says this into this recorder. I really wish I wish I knew the end of that story. But I probably never will because it's been many, many years. Do you ever watch those abandoned videos, like old abandoned houses? I think those are so interesting. I saw a wrought iron fence with the little pointed thing on the top. And it reminded me of an old video I saw. If I was brave, I would like to do that. But I don't want to get in trouble. And I don't know if I could handle all the climbing it would take to get in and out of the overgrown places. But it sure does look like fun. So I guess I'll just watch the videos. You having fun, Barry? You can see where all the water has rushed past here during heavy rains. Just bits of trash, tree roots. There's a tree out in the middle. Thanks for stopping by, and I look forward to next time. Bye.